gets going. So, in the year of 2016, there's been a lot that has transpired based on opinions, and opinions are not necessarily facts, but people can back up opinions with facts and make the opinions seem no longer like opinions. They can be more stronger. But you are demonized for just voicing an opinion here in America. And 2016 has been the most telling year I have ever seen when it comes to political views and opinions. And no matter what opinion you have, people will demonize you based on what you believe. And it's not to say that everybody is right, because people are people and everybody's not perfect, but you can get online and voice an opinion and you are shut down, you're threatened, people want to hurt you, they act like they want to come through your computer screen and they want to stab you or they want to kill you. You get hate mail, you might even get followed or stalked. People threaten as if that you like, as if it's personal, like you ran in their house and stole their money. And they act so passionate online. And since we're in this age of information, you got these crazy people who they're kind of unhinged. And there have been some issues where people have gotten hurt based on expressing an opinion. So here it says you're born an original, don't die a copy. And I don't believe in copying everything that other people do. I believe that it's okay to express opinions even if you don't agree on everything, and people shouldn't have to be extremely rude. That is, of course, unless you feel like that person is being like really rude towards you and you're defending yourself. So you have people who are conservative and non-conservative, Democrat, Republican. All these different things have come out in social media and in the news and on TV, everywhere. So you have people who they take it so personal that they act like they're going to come to your house and they're going to murder you based on your political views, whether you're a part of it or not, whether you're Democrat, a liberal, Republican, neo-fascist, whatever, and I feel like this. I don't agree on everything that people say. And then there's some people that say things that I kind of can agree on because we have similar belief sets. But I've learned too that within this year, just because you're from the same culture or background, like if you're a black person, you meet another black person and you might have a difference of opinion based on politics. Even though you're from the same background, you still don't believe in the same political views, or you still don't believe in some of the same social orders that take place here in America. So sometimes people hate just to hate. They don't even really realize why they hate. It's just something to do. And they get online and they threaten you. They call you out of your name. They've never even met you. And a lot of times they're from hate groups or they have insecurities within themselves. So it's easier for them to express all their insecurities online rather than to do that to a person out in public, because it's more of a fear that you could be arrested or that person will defend themselves. And maybe they're not able to say what they want in public, so they go on social media and say it. So I never consider a difference of opinion in politics, in religion, in philosophy as a cause for withdrawing from a friend. So it it can also break up family members and friendships that you've had for a long time, and the holidays are approaching, are here, and so people you don't normally see through the year, you may see during the holidays and spend vacation time or some vacation time with them. So they may have changed their direction of religion or their beliefs, and it doesn't always feel like a good fit for a traditional family. And some people are able to accept it while others may not be. So you get bullied, you get hate, you get bullied online, you get hate online. Sometimes it could be from people you thought you grew up with that were your friends, and now you realize this person who I've known all this time, they really aren't a friend. They weren't as supportive as you thought they would be in your decisions, and probably they weren't really your friend to begin with, because a real friend, no matter what, will try to really try to understand why a person has changed views. What is it that has made them change something that's traditional and maybe join another religion or not be in religion and become atheists, or maybe that for them that works. So a lot of times people who are very mean spirited and hateful, they don't want you to talk. They don't want you to speak out on your views. They don't want to accept what you believe or what your opinions are, because they feel their opinions are more valid or more, goes in line with tradition, and anything that breaks that, they have a problem with it. They have fears of change. They have a fear that, whatever they've been taught, people in their family that they've always held true to all these things, these traditions, now that's torn apart because, now I have to learn something new from people I don't know, so there's that fear that comes in, and that's when you get all of the resentfulness, the hate, and so people don't have a lot of tolerance, and that's what has happened here in America, where you have people hurting people because they don't like Muslim, they don't like gay. They may not have even had a relationship with any of those people. Maybe they don't even have anybody around them that is like that. They've heard stereotypes, and so they believe the stereotypes, and then they go on those stereotypes, and the fear creeps in, and so they just follow what everybody else is doing because they feel like, well, it must be true. My dad told me this about those people, but maybe he was afraid. Maybe he never really had an encounter with any of the people that he's afraid of. It's just that he's afraid, and he's not telling you that it's going to change what he's always known, the tradition of things. It's going to be a rude awakening, so to speak, where now you're learning that all those things that you thought were true or you thought were the right thing to do, those aren't all perfect either. So a lot of times people, sometimes they don't want to be told they're wrong. There's a difference between, accepting the opinion that a person has, agreeing to disagree, and then being rude, So some people can be extremely rude. So tolerance, a fair, objective, and permissive attitude towards opinions, beliefs, practices that differ from one's own. So sometimes you gotta let people be people, and if they don't necessarily live the way you do, and whatever you've been used to, maybe in your time that was what you did, but generations, years, they change. Things don't always stay the same. So maybe what happened in the 60s, people in the 70s didn't no longer want to do. What happened in the 70s, people in the 80s no longer wanted to do. What happened in the 80s, people in the 90s no longer wanted to do. So it's people need to learn more tolerance. They need to learn how to agree to disagree, and that you have to learn how to adapt with time and with change.